Let's review the Pythagorean identity. I'm going to do number 34, and I'm going to give you an additional one just for some extra review. So here we go, the Pythagorean identity, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. Remember, this relates to the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If we're in the unit circle, my hypotenuse is 1. So that means c is 1, 1 squared is 1. That is where this is coming from. Your sine, of course, is the leg that's going vertically. Cosine is the leg that is going horizontal. So 34, if sine of theta equals what? If cosine of theta equals 3 over 5 and theta is in quadrant 4. So let's grab our formula. And sine squared theta, well, I don't know what sine is, so sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta, that is 3/5 equals 1. Okay, so now let's just start simplifying. Sine squared theta plus, okay, properties of exponents. This exponent, you distribute it to the numerator and denominator. 3 squared is 9. 5 squared is 25 equals 1. Now again, we're solving for theta. We have addition here. Let's do the inverse operation. We will subtract 9/25 from both sides. So we have sine squared theta equals 1 minus 9/25. In order to do this subtraction, I need to have a common denominator. Sine squared theta equals, well, 1 is the same as 25 over 25. And now let's simplify. Sine squared theta equals 25 minus 9 is 16. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, I'll write this. Well, actually, let me grab my red pen. Let's do that. Now, to clear this square, we undo a square with a square root. So I will take the square root, don't forget plus minus. Now this becomes sine theta equals plus or minus. Okay, the square root of 16 is 4. And the square root of 25 is 5. Now, theta is in Q4. Okay, so if we are in quadrant 4, that is right there, what is sine? Is it positive or negative? Well, we are below the x-axis, so that means sine is negative. So that means my final answer, sine of theta, equals a negative 4/5. Let's do another one. Cosine of theta equals what? If sine of theta equals 5/13 and theta is in quadrant 2. Okay, again, let's grab our formula. Sine squared theta, so that is 5/13 squared plus, I don't know what cosine squared theta is, equals 1. And now let's simplify. 5 squared is 25. 13 squared is 169 plus cosine squared theta equals 1. We're going to subtract the 25 over 169 from both sides. We got to isolate theta. 1 minus 25 over 169. Need a common denominator. Cosine squared theta equals, that's just going to be 169 over 169 minus 25 over 169. Let's simplify the right side. Cosine squared theta equals 169 minus 25 is 144 all over 169. Now again, to get rid of that square, we'll take the square root of both sides. Cosine of theta equals, let's see, the square root of 144. Oops, I forgot my plus minus. Square root of 144 is 12, and the square root of 169 is 13. Now, if we are in quadrant 2, cosine is negative. So that means my final answer, cosine of theta equals a negative 12/13.